Oh shit. Anyways, welcome back to this. Uh, reason I haven't done a part in a while, largely due to a hiatus in school and laziness. But there was an error in the last recording where I actually wanted to get some other things done, but just didn't, so we're gonna change our order of things just a little bit today. I wanted to go to the forest and fight Sif, but I'd need the Covenant of Artorias, which requires 2,000 souls, so what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna head down to the New Londo ruins and do something a little different. And I'll be killing mobs along the way to get some extra souls. Because there is one other thing I did miss up here, which I wanted to get. And I just can't remember if I did. So one thing you've got to be glad about the Zweihander is the range is just there. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I remember to come up here. But up here, I definitely didn't. Up here you'll find something pretty essential. Did I? Did I? Yeah, I am just an idiot. Okay, never mind. That's fine. We need souls anyways. But I couldn't remember if I'd actually grabbed the Vap Ring yet, but did, so I'm actually gonna go do now, so I'm gonna go down to the New Ruins, grab something else I need. So down in the New Londo Ruins, which is a pretty dangerous area, to be able to get another Firekeeper's soul, which is pretty useful. That's not the only reason I want to come down here. Oh, frame drops. So, if I recall correctly, just pardon me while I'm thinking here, the soul is not too far into the ruins. We are gonna need those, so... So part of what you need the transient curses for is there are actually phantoms in this area that can only be killed with transient curses. As such, we'll demonstrate now. Now these phantoms can actually be pretty nasty, but we can deal with them in one swing, so I'm not too worried about them. The only real issue is when the phantom's gang up on you. Because then you can just get gangbanged by a bunch of things you can't touch. And this spot is also dangerous. That's why. So, when I deal with this, and I'm dealing this slowly, I just let everything come to me. Yeah, we gotta back off of this really quickly. And now we can go get what we came for. You have to be careful because you can fall off and die here. But we come here for another Firekeeper soul, which will let us get our flask to +2. Now, I believe it's every Firekeeper soul increases your Estus flask recovery by 10%. But while we're here, I'm gonna get more use out of these transient curses and get some more souls. Because you must collect more souls, Chosen Undead. Pretty much the only annoying thing about the enemies in this game is they have practically infinite choice of where they can bring everything out. They can go through walls, up through stairs, and sometimes they might not even be in a position where you can hit them. So you have to get them at a really cheeky angle like that. But with the right weapons, you can usually one-shot them. And that's what makes that area so dangerous. That entire room right there is probably one of the reasons I die, at least in that area. But it's okay, we hammer through and we do persevere. I do normally run straight through that area, but as I said, I'm trying to collect more souls. I want to get the Covenant of Artorias so I can take the shortcut through Darkroot Garden and not have to go around. going around is fairly dangerous because you have to bypass the Hydra, and at my current level I'm not going to be able to kill the Hydra very easily. Hydra is not a terribly difficult boss by any means, but since I'm not using armor, the crystal demons around the boss will be what's stopping me at the moment. But at a later level I should be able to get by them pretty easily. But one thing I did neglect to mention is that these guys actually have really strange hitboxes, and that their attack hitboxes are actually pretty precise, but their collision hitboxes are very out of whack. Because as you saw earlier, I did manage to hit one of these guys through a wall. Although, I'm really being precautious here. Rather than going straight for Sif, I could drain the floodgates and just go down to Blighttown early. That wouldn't probably be a good thing at my current level, because I'd be exposed to the toxic... not the toxic, but the poison. But all things in due time, so... just gonna run straight through this area. You don't want to get caught out by the demons, or not the demons, but the ghosts. We want to grab those souls right there. That's okay. They'll be easier to retrieve. And on our way down, we'll reinforce our Estus Flask again. So now we have +2. And I believe the max level your Estus Flask can go to is +10. But probably not going to have enough health to need that much, so... right now, it's all the souls we have. I'm pretty close to what I need. This time it's just going to be a matter of running through, getting past everything. Which should be doable, because I know exactly where I'm going. I sometimes refer to these ghosts as hug ghosts, because all they do is hug you. So this is a really risky area to be in. I do want to bait some of these ghosts out. Some of them are just leaving on their own. Okay. I see, that's what you refer to as a gangbang. This area is just that nasty without armor, but it's really easy to grind for the souls I need. So... I did know that if there was any part I was going to die a lot on, it was going to be this part. This area can be pretty brutal if you don't have armor. Oh. In case I do die again, I don't have a Ring of Sacrifice. That's fine. Because this is where I just run past everything. It is the one decent thing about this game. Oh, can you not troll me now, please? Ghosts just don't like playing nice. I'm also trying not to use up all of my transient curses because when I come back here later, I'm gonna need them. So we can just run right through here. Ghosts will spawn behind us, but if we're lucky, we can get up here, no problem. We'll take one hit, though. 2. Okay, we should be fine now. Ghosts normally don't follow you up to the roof. Normally. So you can talk to this guy to break a curse, but sadly we have to kill him. Because he also sells transient curses, but he rapes you for them. So I can set this up right.
You are no different from the rest. So be it. I am Ingrid, the Guardian of the Seal.
The Guardian of the Seal, and also the squishy bitch. So you need that key to get past this area, but with all the ghosts having spawned down there, I'm actually just gonna homeward bone back out. And just sort of repeat what I did, except it'll be a little easier this time. So I should have enough souls actually to do what I need to do. Almost, actually. Not quite. The Proud Knight I thought was worth a little more. But we're popping all of our souls now because we're an idiot. Or I'm an idiot, I should say. So, 15,554. Could probably pop my last transient curse and make up the last of the souls I need. Thing is, I just don't want to die and have to try to rush to get back this many souls because I'm almost to what I need to get the Covenant of Artorias, which will let me go fight Sif. It's nice how things are just coming back to me once at a time. So 16, 354. Yeah, I can definitely grind that out here, so I don't know why I'm popping this so early. I'll pop this Twin Humanity also. There's another thing that they don't tell you is that the ghosts here can actually drop transient curses. But one of the mechanics of this game is that if you keep humanity on you and you don't lose it, humanity can actually increase your drop rate. Not by a significant amount, but even just a little bit can help here. Thing is, I just don't want to pop all my humanity at once, because I'm going to be using it mostly to reinforce bonfires later. See, I don't know what those ghosts do. Every time. That's actually a shortcut down after we drain the water. So that didn't kill you? Weird. Okay, though. 17,954. Almost have what I want. That's my sign. Oh. Stop two-handing it, that's why. Yeah. That's definitely a mistake. I have to remember to actually two-hand this Y-hander for it to do the damage I want it to do. So now that we've done the sort of hard part of this area, all I have to do is just run down these stairs and out through the back. The majority of the ghosts won't chase us, but I say that right now as I die. It's exactly what I didn't want to happen, but it happened anyway. That's fine. We have contingency plans. If I put away my Zweihander, I can run just a little faster. Although when it comes to equipment, can't tell what that's putting my equip load at. But if I put it away, I'll run faster. That's the idea. And if I run fast enough, I can just run right past the ghosts. Now, there is one other ring I do want to get, but I can't remember yet how I'm supposed to get it. It's the, I do want to get the Chloranthy ring. And part of the reason I need that is because since I'm not using the Crest Shield, I need that extra stamina regen. Help me keep up. I'd move fast enough without it. The issue is that I have to stop periodically and wait for my stamina to regenerate. Yes, not dying here would be nice. Well, just run back. Because we're running so fast, most of the ghost enemies aren't actually having chances to get by us. And a lot of the times what'll happen is they'll despawn right as we spawn in. A lot of them are chasing us down there, but it's moving over here. Get one of my humanities back, I should be able to right past these guys. Just dodge past. They're not fast enough to catch up to you. So now what I've really wanted to do is to come down here, put in the key to the seal, and just drain the water. So that opens up a new area for us, which we can now explore. I'm not going to do that quite yet, because I have some unfinished business. Do I want to go down there? I don't know if I can make it. I don't think I can. So we're just gonna ride down here really quick. And this is Dark Wraith territory. Dark Wraiths spawn here. They're not going to be as much of a problem as some of the other enemies, but just for safety's sake, I'm going to Homeward Bone out. And just barely. It's okay. I know what I can do to make up the last few souls. Because I'm actually going way out of order here. Should have the key already. When in doubt and you need 500 souls, you don't have to be that desperate. You can kill these guys pretty easily. I do have to play it very passively because these guys can bang me up pretty badly. So I should be able to kill this guy and get everything I need. And oh, 13 short. So, kill this guy. Now I have all the souls I need. I can just go and kill Sif. Now, if I hadn't had to invest all of my souls into leveling strength, I would have been able to do this a little sooner rather than later. But what we have is what we have. So, from Andre, you can buy the Crest of Artorias, which will let you open up that shortcut in Darkroot's Garden to go fight Sif. Now, Sif is a pretty interesting boss in that, in the lore, he was the, I guess, underling of the Knight Artorias. And if you pay very close attention to what Sif does and the attacks Artorias makes, they're actually quite similar, if not exactly the same. there's not really any reason to fight these guys, I'm just running past them. I would normally kindle that bonfire, but since I do have online, I could risk getting invaded. If I were to go human here, a lot of people are hackers, and they'll invade you in this area if they can. So, dealing with the forest, all you have to do is just keep moving. There are invisible enemies, well as sorcerers. But the enemy AI here isn't too bad. A lot of the times you can just run right past them. Except that time. You'll just get gangbanged. But part of what I want to do is I want to get outside of these guys' aggro range so I can talk to that cat right there. Except these guys follow you much further than I remember them. Unless it's just this guy. Killing these guys doesn't reward you with anything but souls. This is actually a very good area to farm souls in, but what I want to do here is just talk to this cat. If you join this covenant, the hostile NPCs will actually be docile. So now, since I'm a member of this covenant, I get the Cat Covenant ring. This is kind of like the Way of the Blue Covenant, except it only applies to the forest area. But yeah, now we can walk in front of these guys, and they won't attack us.
I've heard all I'm Shiva of the East. That's... Oh, that don't...
Now this guy,
You...
we can kill him. He does drop one interesting ring. I don't think I'll be able to though. At least not at this level.
Ah, he is always used. Don't you...
So, we'll go on to fight Sif now. I might come back later and kill him for the Greenwood ring, but that ring's not really good. Well, it's good, but it's not good in the way that we need it to be. I believe over here? No. It's in a different area. But around this area is where you get the giant stone armor. It's also where you first see mushroom people. Now, the mushrooms are quite dangerous actually. They don't look like it, but the small ones or the big ones can kill you in one hit most of the time, if you don't have good enough armor. They are, however, I believe weak to fire. But dying is not something I'd like to do right now. so this is the boss arena for Sif. Sif, all in all, is not a terrible boss, but you need to be able to keep up with him and dodge his attacks properly. And just because I like the cutscene, I'll watch the cutscene. Hi, doggy. So this is Sif. He is very quick, very agile. And the trick to fighting him is getting underneath him. Now there's one thing Sif does that we aren't, and that's be agile. And I won't be surprised if I die on this boss, yeah. So that was Sif. And part of what will be challenging is I'm quite under level for that boss. I'm level 20, but for a lot of these later game bosses, you should be at about level 40 when you come to fight Sif. So, just gonna have to make do with what we can. I could just as easily use gold pine resin, but it's not gonna be the most effective. I don't recall Sif has any major weaknesses. This is gonna be mostly about agility. Yeah. The short mushroom men don't actually do anything. It's the large ones you have to be afraid of. Anyways, let's not fuck up this time. Part of how you fight Sif is you can just sort of bait one of his attacks out and then just run right past it. And not heal at a time like that. It's gonna take a few tries, guys. Just bear with me. As I died many times in New Londo, I will die many times here. If I put on the blue Tearstone ring, I might be able to take an extra hit. Just maybe. I doubt, but you never know. See, I don't envy people who do soul level 1 runs of these games. but then again, how many runs do you not wear armor in? Not many. He will still hit you. So, I just have to dodge. Which will be a little annoying because dodging has a very precise window in this game, and running it at 60 FPS actually makes it harder to dodge. Part of what I might just need to do is do some off-screen farming. Because my stamina is not going to be good enough to really do anything with Sif. Because what I'm pretty much going to have to do at this point is I'm going to have to hit him once, dodge, dodge, then go back in for another swing. Which isn't the worst thing to do, I'm just really impatient. And I'll get greedy for hits a lot of the time. Trying to be a little more conservative with my stamina here. Like that. Yeah, if you can stay right under Sif, he actually can't hit you. Okay, I meant to dodge there. But the idea of the fight should be pretty clear now. You want to start your dodge right as the swing comes into contact with you. I haven't been playing enough Dark Souls 1. You kinda get rusty at it after you're so used to the other Dark Souls 3s. And Dark Souls 2, the controls are a lot more responsive. And I beef the swing. If we're lucky, we might actually be able to get Sif in the glitch spot. Yep. Anyways, welcome to the fights you can't win. I'll get it though. I'll get it. It normally doesn't give me this much trouble, but can be kind of hard. AI pathing, don't fail me now. There we go. This used to be an old farming method, which apparently I'm not doing right. I might have to move closer to the edge. But one farming method for when you're underleveled is you can just aggro the enemies. Like so. I think you stand here. Nope. Yeah, there goes one. It was a pretty specific spot you had to stand in, but I do need to farm a little bit of souls because I'm just too weak for Sif right now. Well, not that I'm too weak, but I need more stamina. But the AI pathing is pretty strange in this game. Rather than just walking on the cliff straight to you, the enemies will just voluntarily walk all the way around. I never did figure out why that was. But part of what makes this such a good farming spot is just the soul payout of some enemies are huge. So it can be worth coming to farm these. But yeah, this is a fairly decent low-level farming area. I can't recall that if you start to attack these hunters, if they're permanently aggroed on you or not. But just for safety's sake, I'm going to play it safe. That's just one instance of enemy AI acting really strange. He's gonna focus on healing that one now. Or I'll just die. That's fine. I knew this wasn't going to be easy when I had to invest all of my early points into strength. I couldn't invest anything into vitality or endurance. And by this point I should have almost doubled the health that I have now. And one thing that might be handy to explain is how poise works. Because, as you noticed, I was actually able to break that enemy's guard just by attacking him. So, poise is a system where it's about the stability of your armor and what you're using. And poise also determines how easy it is for something to break your guard and deal damage to you. So if something does an amount of damage to you, that will break your poise. I think it's right here I have to stand. Yep. 2,000 souls. Easy. And we'll see if that one bites. Yep. So there's a few easy souls. And normally, when you're grinding it, you just walk on and off. So, I have a few points in endurance, and my equip load is pretty good. I'll put 2 in endurance, 1 in vitality. Because I do need more stamina. And part of the grinding process is just repeating this again. So I'm just gonna walk forward, aggro some of the forest hunters, and then that's pretty much how I intend on grinding. Get a fair amount of souls, but I don't need that many. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give myself some more oh. Or I could kill myself. I think that's about all I can take of this game for right now. I'll do the grinding off screen and come back when I think I'm well off enough to fight Sif. So till then.